What is up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we're going to cover a topic that'll probably hit close to home for some of you guys out there. As you may or may not know, I'm a personal trainer and I work with people on a wide variety of goals, whether that's building muscle, losing fat, a combination of both. And one thing that I get more often than not when people reach out to me initially is that they've been dieting for X amount of time and they've hit a plateau. They're not able to lose any more weight no matter what they try. They've tried all these different diets, put on the cardio at 60 minutes a day, and nothing is happening. So I figured here I would cover 5 of the top reasons why you might have hit a speed bump in your weight loss journey, what you can do to correct it, and all sorts of stuff like that. So if you guys are ready to get this epic video underway, then as always, I'm here to teach you something. Let's do it! The first and probably one of the most essential reasons why you might have hit a speed bump in your weight loss journey is that you're not specifically tracking exactly what you're consuming and you're not following a set program. What I always recommend for people is track your macros. Find an app, MyFitnessPal, Fat Secret. There's plenty out there that lets you scan barcodes, track the food you're eating. That way you know exactly what you're putting in your body. No matter how clean you eat, if your calories are still at a certain level, you're not gonna see progress. You need at least a 500 calorie deficit, in my opinion, to see weight loss that's gonna be noticeable week to week. If you have a 500 calorie deficit day by day, you're gonna lose approximately a pound a week, and that's before you add in any cardio or anything like that. What I see when I work with clients, I'll ask them, hey, what is your current diet like before we even get started? They'll kind of list off some stuff and it's like, well, I have a handful of nuts for breakfast, I have almond milk with a little protein cereal thing for lunch, and they're not specifically watching exactly what macros they're putting in their body. If you're snacking on nuts, an ounce of nuts, about a handful, is about 200 calories. Some people have that in their brains that nuts are healthy, so they're eating nuts all day long at every snack they can get, or they'll eat half a pack of almonds, and in turn there's 1,000 calories and your fat macros have went through the roof for the day. In reality, are you really eating better? Your food choices are probably better. You'll probably see a reduction in water weight, inflammation, things like that, but all in all, your calories are still high and you're not losing weight. And a lot of people too, when you first start and switch over to a cleaner diet, your sodium is a little less, right? You're not having quite the inflammatory response to food, so you'll drop a lot of initial water weight. So people think, hey, I'm on this diet, I've lost 6 pounds in a week, it's working. But in all reality, you just kind of switched up the composition of the food you're eating and your body had a positive response to it, but not necessarily was that response one where you're losing fat. So pay attention to those macros that you're eating, because all in all, that is going to paint the clearest picture for you. So if you're not currently tracking or logging what you're eating, I recommend, like I said, downloading an app. MyFitnessPal is what I personally use, and literally everything you consume, scan it into the app. Even if you go to a fast food restaurant, there's tons of information in there. You can key right in and you can see where your macros are at throughout the day. I have tons of videos on my channel showing you guys exactly where your starting macros should be based on your height, weight, age, gender, all that good stuff. So check those out if you want more information on that. But I'm telling you guys, if you're not currently tracking, do this, because this is a game changer for almost every single client that I work with. Even well after we complete a program, they've lost X amount of weight and they're following my meal plan, and I kind of let them off on their own and they start just tracking and logging. They see the freedom that is in there. You can have a little bit of the stuff you really want without sacrificing all your progress. So like I said, if you're not currently tracking, weighing, measuring, logging your food, start, because I'm telling you, it's a game changer. Now, the second topic I want to touch on as to why you may not be losing weight is kind of keys into the first one a little bit. You're not specifically following a program, but you are following a specific type of diet. The type of diet being a fad diet. So diets I like to call keto, carb cycling, Whole30, Atkins, anything like that, paleo even, right? And there's merits for all of these different diets. Some of these diets can have very positive effects on your body, and I'm not talking down to any diet specifically, but a lot of people look at these particular diets as the end-all be-all secret to why they lose weight. They're still not tracking macros, they're still not logging what they eat, but they think, okay, if I follow these specific dietary principles, I will make progress. And in all reality, once again, it's calories in versus calories out. Your body has a set amount of calories it needs in a day to stay the same weight. You subtract 500 from that, like I mentioned before, you're gonna lose approximately a pound a week. You add to that, you'll slowly put on size. It's pretty cut and dry. But what people tend to lean towards, especially with diets like keto, is they say, okay, I'm just gonna cut out all carbs, but I can eat as much cheese as I want, I can have as much fat as I want, as many oils as I want, just overload on the peanut butter without, like I said, seeing the overall picture. And the same thing goes with things like carb cycling, and the same thing goes with diets like Whole30, things like that, paleo. And some of these diets you might see great results with off the rip. Something like paleo, where it's basically all whole food sources. It's pretty hard to eat until you're absolutely miserable on whole foods. I mean, I've done it before, it can definitely happen, but diets like that can work simply because you're going from eating pizza and you're having ice cream and you're having all these calories in a day from not so nutritionally dense sources. You're switching over to nutritionally dense stuff that's gonna fill you up more and leave you more sustained. So all in all, all, you're eating less calories, which is why you might see progress, but ultimately you're gonna reach a point where your body needs to have a little more fine-tuned of a diet. You need to track your macros, see exactly what's going on. So if you're the type that's been fad dieting, like I said, going into keto, things like that, and thinking it's gonna be a miracle worker, it can be, but you still gotta apply those principles from rule number 1. Track your macros, figure out what your ratios are, track and log. And I know that might sound like a lot of work for some of you guys, and it was something in the beginning that I didn't really follow to, but I'm telling you, when I want my weight to go up, I track and log, do what I gotta do. When I want my weight to go down, I track and log and do what I gotta do, and either way, I can shift my weight. And once you have a good understanding of the exact macros your body needs to go whichever direction you wanna go, that is really, like I said, true control. So I wanted to touch on that, the whole fad dieting thing. Like I said, not talking bad about any of these particular diets, they all have their merits, but don't just look at a diet and the principles it outlines you need to follow and make that your end all be all. Still, watch your energy expenditure, get those workouts in, track the amount of calories you actually need. And I'm telling you, you can make these fad diets more of a lifestyle as opposed to something that you're trying just for the quick fix. So, and the third and one of the most important components as to why you not be losing weight is that you don't have any discipline or consistency, or you're having way too frequent of cheat meals. As you guys see on this channel, the last video you probably watched, I ate 10,000 calories in a burger. That for me is a once a week thing. 6 days out of the week, my diet is on point. I'm tracking, logging, measuring things, and I do go out and I do have that crazy cheat meal once a week. But keep in mind, me as a person, I work out 6 days a week, sometimes 7, a mixture of cardio and weight training, usually cardio about every day, especially when I'm trying to cut weight, and I'm burning a lot of those calories off. I can have a crazy cheat meal like that and not have it affect me too bad as long as I hop right back on my regimen. But a lot of people, what they do is they'll diet Monday through Thursday, Friday rolls around, the drinks start pouring in, the dinner starts pouring in, and then Saturday comes along and it's the exact same thing over again, and then Sunday, you're hungover, you feel like crap, all weekend, heck, Monday's a new week, let's go and heat mad Sunday. And in turn, you undo all the progress you did Monday through Thursday. So that's what I try to tell people is that if you're gonna have a cheat meal, limit that thing to once per week, and unless you are really busting your butt in the gym and you know it, and like I said before, I do have my crazy cheat meals once a week, but I'm in a pretty good spot. I've worked really hard for years to kind of get to where I'm at. My metabolism knows what it's got to do, and I can kind of have a few more of those. But if you have quite a bit of weight to lose, those cheat meals aren't necessarily a necessity or something you have to do. And I do recommend them as far as keeping yourself mentally sane and on the diet. Kind of gives you something to look forward to. I know when I'm dieting hard, having those cheat meals on the weekend is something that I greatly look forward to. I want to go out to dinner with my friends, have some hot wings if I want, some mozzarella sticks, and not really sweat too much about it. But if you are the type and you have 50 pounds to lose, you have 100 pounds to lose, then you can still have that cheat meal, but make better decisions, right? Instead of going out and getting the ice cream and all that stuff, maybe just make it a high carb pasta meal. Get yourself a pizza, but keep it there, right? Don't go do the dessert afterwards. Don't go too crazy, because the less crazy you go, ultimately the better progress you're gonna make. And that kind of bleeds back into the consistency thing. If you're gonna do this, you have to be consistent. You can't diet one day and track one day and have a perfect day, then the next day you just kind of wing it. You still ate kind of clean, but you didn't track. I'm telling you, if you get in the routine of literally tracking and logging, I feel like this is in every single step we've went on so far. I've told you guys to do this, but I'm telling you, it is truly essential. If you can remain consistent, and I'm talking every day, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, then Saturday comes around, be good up until that cheat meal, right? Eat egg whites for breakfast, eat just some clean protein sources, save those carbs, save those fats for that cheat meal. Ultimately, you're gonna lower the impact that negatively has on your body from having that meal. And then Sunday, make sure, no excuses, you hop back on and grind it out. Consistency in anything is how you truly achieve success, guys. I truly believe that. I follow that in my daily life, and I encourage you guys to do the same. So like I said, don't lie to yourself, be consistent, and trust the process, and all things will go good. And the fourth reason why you might not be losing weight is, one, you were training inadequately, or you were just going through the motions when you go to the gym. And I understand some of you might not go to the gym, and this is where making sure your diet is 100% on point is key if you're trying to make results. But most of you, I assume, are going to the gym in some capacity or another, whether that's lifting, whether that's just cardio, or a mixture of the two. But what I see all the time, this is one of those things that irritates me to no end when I'm in the gym. When I look and I see someone sitting on the exercise bike and they're barely pedaling, texting on their phone, doing whatever, and they're on that thing for 40 minutes. They get off, I didn't see any sweat broken, I didn't see any weights lifted, nothing. It was just a simple going through the motions just to say you went to the gym workout. And I'm telling you guys, that is doing nothing for you whatsoever. You have to be honest with yourself. And that's one thing I tell a lot of my clients when they reach out to me and they say, hey, the progress I made this last week wasn't so good, I don't know what's wrong. And I'm like, tell me what you ate, tell me what your workouts were like. And then admittedly they come back and they go, well, I missed the gym 4 times this week. My diet wasn't 100% on point. And part of being successful is being honest with yourself, knowing where your strengths are, where your weaknesses are, and when you are not following things to a T. And if you're going to the gym and like the cardio people I was telling you about, if you're just going through the motions, you're not really breathing heavy, sweating, burning calories, then you're not adequately doing what needs to be done in order to make progress. So what I'm gonna say, and what's gonna hopefully hit home for some of you guys, is that if you go to the gym, make that time count. You need to leave there feeling like you accomplished something. If I go to the gym, every single time I leave, I wanna know that I busted my butt, I left, and I did something that's gonna make me a better person tomorrow. So skip the exercise bike, skip all of that. If you just simply get on a treadmill, set that incline up as high as you can go, and walk at a speed that is not quite killing you, but you can keep up with it, slowly your breathing increases, slowly your heart rate's going up there, slowly you're burning calories, trudge through that 20, 30, 40 minutes. When I'm cutting, I'm doing 40 minutes of cardio about 6 times a week on average, and that's really all I do. It's either an elliptical, where I also set the resistance up, or a treadmill, where I set the resistance up on an incline. I'm just walking, heavy, deep breaths, and I'm telling you guys, it might not seem like you're doing a lot, and it might seem kind of boring, but like I preach a lot of the time, find a show on Netflix. Stranger Things 2 just came out. Put that thing up on your little dash right there, watch a show while you're going, and that 40 minutes will go by quickly. So, well, like I said, don't cheat yourself in the gym, guys. If you're gonna go and you're gonna pay for it, you're gonna make that effort, you're gonna drive there, get out of your car and walk inside, make those minutes count. Even if you're only in the gym for 20 minutes, if you can only go for 15, you can go in there and you can do something, because something is always better than nothing. And the final thing I want to touch on here for this video is that you need to trust the process and understand there is no quick fix for weight loss. I feel like a lot of people come into this lifestyle and they start researching this, they want to see which diets are going to work. It kind of falls into with the fad dieting we talked about, but understanding that this is a lifestyle, not just a quick fix or a hobby that you do for a little bit to get you where you want. If you truly want lasting results, you got to make this something you implement into your day-to-day. It is really easy, and I've done it before a million times, which is why if I ever decide to do a show, I'll probably hire a coach, because it's so easy to be critical on yourself. You diet for 3 days, you look at the scale, you don't see any progress, you get flustered, you get mad, you have a cheat meal, or you think, okay, I didn't see progress in 3 days, I need to completely cut carbs out, or I need to ramp my cardio up to 60 minutes. But you need to understand that these changes are cumulative and happen over the course of weeks, and those weeks turn into months, and those months turn into years. I've been training now for roughly 5 years, and it took me a long time to get to where I'm at right now. Am I still where I want to be? No, but I understand that this is a process. There's guys out there that have been training 15 years, 20 years, have these incredible physiques, but I can't just take a shortcut or take a magic pill that's gonna make me like them. It's time, it's investment, putting in the necessary work to get to where you guys want. The worst thing you can do is self-sabotage yourself, and this is one thing I deal with clients. I actually answered one this morning from a client that was looking at the scale all the time. In the first week, he dropped like 10 pounds and everything was great, and then he noticed over the next 4 days, he wasn't seeing a lot of weight loss, and this can occur for a multitude of reasons. There's hormone fluctuations, there's digestive issues, you didn't go number 2 in the morning or the night before, whatever, and that morning weigh-in can be skewed. And this isn't always necessarily a sign that weight loss is over with. It can just be a hormonal fluctuation or something else that's not quite indicative of what's really happening. And this is especially prevalent in women who, you guys know, once a month have that little thing you guys call, I don't know, cycle? I don't know. But you guys know what I'm saying, and hormone fluctuations do occur. So the last thing you want to do is hop off your program and try to change something radically when you don't see that scale move day to day. I'm telling you guys, progress is done, like I said, over the course of weeks. You need to be patient, trust the process, and I promise you guys, I promise you, if you trust in the process and you give it weeks, and those weeks turn into months, you will ultimately, at the end of your journey, look back and see just how far you've come. So don't jump the gun, trust the process, believe in yourself, and I promise you guys, you can have whatever you want. It's all in the mindset. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. I understand that weight loss can be tricky for a lot of people, and not really knowing what to do with so much information out there can make this entire thing way more complicated than it really needs to be. Like I said, tracking, logging all your food, sticking to a good diet, following your program, trusting the process, all of the above is where you will truly find success. Trying to overcomplicate this entire thing is not beneficial for anybody involved, and I'm telling you, I did this a lot in the beginning with myself, and once I realized how simple this truly was and what exactly needed to be done to get the results I wanted, changed my entire life, and for that, I am forever grateful. So I hope you guys got some value out of this. Like I said, if you want to see more videos in this style of format in the future, let me know, because I love talking, and I feel like if I can help you guys out and accomplish that and get a good good video out of it, then it's a win-win for everybody. So if you have any other top 5s, top 10s, if you want to see a list style video, comment below with your suggestion. I will take them all into consideration, and perhaps we'll make this like a weekly thing. So like I said, hopefully you guys got some value out of this. If you did, or if you enjoyed this, hit that like button, helps me out more than you know, and I will see you guys at the next video. So as always, don't forget to smile, remain positive, and pay someone a compliment, because you never know whose day you can be making better. With that, we are out of here. This has been a Remington James production, and I will see you fine ladies and gentlemen at the next video. See you guys.